Next article, interesting article from Fast Company. B2B purchases aren't made by individuals. So with this article, it's a fascinating article. A lot of it, as marketers, we study demographics and we study generation and buying patterns of, for instance, what works, how baby boomers research information and purchase is different for Gen X, is different for millennial, and is different for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And they all respond differently. They're different generations. So as marketers, we study this stuff all the time. So I thought this was a really great article because it zeroed in on B2B. And specifically what it said, that there's a Forrester Research study that indicates that 71% of the buying group for B2B now, business to business, are millennials and Gen Z, which I found fascinating. I thought it would be the opposite, but it's not. And the key difference here is millennial and Gen Zers tend to be more collaborative in how they purchase, specifically on the B2B side, right? So like traditionally in the past, we would think like, okay, we're going to sell to, if you're B2B and you're selling, in your manufacturing company and you're selling to the C-suite, you might say, okay, I'm selling to the CEO, the CFO, and maybe a handful of decision influencers in the company. What's changing when this article shows it based on Forrester Research data is that the buying patterns are actually shifting, where it's more of a collaborative approach, right? This is why for our clients, our B2B clients, content marketing is huge, different types of content, not just articles, right? Because not everyone's going to be reading. Not everyone's going to be, people are going to be watching video content. Not everyone wants all their white papers gated, right? Have ungated content in addition in the mix, because that stirs collaborative approach that is now working with these demographics. So really quick, Catherine, what do you think on this? Because I know you study this stuff too.
Yes. So when we think about who the buyer is, we don't necessarily need to do this, and it might be done unintentionally, but we tend to think of the buyer as one entity or one person. But this article was eye-opening because it shows you that your buyer is actually a collection of people from within the company across multiple positions, even across multiple generations. And so that is something to take into account when we're putting together our messaging on how to reach this audience, or because the audiences are a lot more diverse than we might realize. And
Absolutely.
one part that I really loved was a sentence in here. According to Gartner, B2B purchases now involve 5 to 16 people across as many as 4 functions, all coming to the table with different perspectives, needs, and pain points. And that just about sums the whole idea up to me.
Yes, it does. And I'll tell you, content too isn't just how you market, it's your visuals too. Like, we're very big on diversity and showing, different groups, different types of individuals. Because in any corporate setting, you're going to have different ages, different ethnicities, right? Different genders. So it's important in your B2B marketing from an imagery perspective as well, to kind of have that come through. John, anything to add?
Yeah, I think that in general, I don't know if this is just something because right now millennials and Gen Z are the younger ones in the generation, or in the workspaces. I think that just in general, people are looking for like outside perspectives or outside like influence on decisions they're making. I think people are a little bit more uncertain because of how fast things move, that they want to make the right decision. So I think that's why you see like it going through so many people to make one purchase or one decision for a company.
Yes. So the advice there is for your B2B marketers: be persistent, consistent, don't give up.